Back on your job. It's a pleasure to have you, Marjolaine. We just love when all of you are there.
Yeah,
We just
it is.
feel so excited,
Yeah,
It's
so
sharing.
what we all agree is preparing all of these sessions is a lot of work for you, is also quite a bit of work on our end, but
Yes.
it so pays off because everyone is so focused on making these succeed and making the most out of it, right? So we're behind this, as you probably know by now, behind the scenes, we're all talking about what is happening. Hey, have you seen this? Try out this. Hey, they're using Spotlight on the presenter's video. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm going to say it out loud because this is what struck us the most. There was quite a bit of echo on Navneet's cars.
Yes.
Microphone, and we were wondering what can we say to Navneet about this so that we can prevent it in the future. What can Microsoft do to prevent this? So yeah, so this is such a I don't know, so such an inspiring experience. So just what are your thoughts on how this went, and were you happy with how technology was used and so forth, and with the students' interaction and their capability to participate and so forth? How did you feel about all this?
Um,
Uh,
Go ahead,
and
Navneet.
thank you, ma'am. So I'm very happy having all these tools which our Microsoft provide us. So with this, everything is possible in this pandemic, in this situation. So students can learn from their homes uh, without any hassles. So I think we are done
Yeah,
with
good,
your tools.
good. Thank you, Navneet. Thank you. Anyone else who wants to say something? People joining from Microsoft, please also enable your microphone. Maybe Bharat wants to say something if he feels like it, or
Yeah,
Leticia, or Braden.
sure, Manoj. I think this is the first time I was witnessing an arts session over Teams, and it's beautiful the way they coordinated. I think did a fantastic job. I really love the way in which you were kind of Navneet was handing over to Ms. Japanjot, and you kind of I'm sorry, am I pronouncing your name wrong? I'm sorry about that, but
It's
uh,
okay. It's Japanjot.
Japanjot. Okay.
Yeah,
Uh,
everyone related with the country's name, Japan.
Sorry about that. So
Yeah,
yeah, I think I like the way you're kind of going back and forth and handling. I really like the way you have prepped some of the drawings beforehand, and it's really nice. And I think 30 minutes was too short a time for us to really see the kids showcase their skills. But yeah, it's interesting. One suggestion I would probably leave you with is you can try and use some of these web apps that are there for multi drawing. Like you can have people come in and draw together. So if you have the outline created, uh, and you can basically ask students to pick few areas, pick colors, and you can color it together to do the Madhubani together. So that'll be a very interesting experience for you to try.
we will try for sure.
Thank you, thank you. So Navneet, can you tell me a little bit about your circumstances so that we know what may have caused the echo on your microphone, and maybe make some recommendations on how we can prevent that in the future? Are you in some kind of very large room right now with a stone wall behind you, or what are your circumstances?
Actually, I'm in my art room. I'm at school in my art room, so there are usually mirror windows, so that's sometimes voice sound is echoing or
Yeah,
vibrating. So
yeah.
I use Bluetooth, so still sometimes it's happen. Otherwise, everything is okay.
Yeah, yeah. So once this recording is done, maybe Paramjit can also share the recording with Navneet, and then you two can maybe talk to one another how that can be improved. And we, of course, will also take this back to our engineers to see if we can find some solutions to help fix this. The sun is coming through my window right now, so I don't know if you can see it, but I'm totally blinded by the sunlight right now, which is lovely because I really like the spring weather. So I was curious. So these were 17-year-olds, approximately, right? 12th grade students. Was this the first time they were exposed to this type of lesson where they were using their own art books, or is this a common way of teaching for you remotely? Because this is quite a challenge, right? To blend the physical and the remote teaching and learning.
Yes. Usually practical sessions we do like in same technique or timing for student session for +1 and +2 grades are usually 1.5 hours. So 30 minutes are less.
Yeah, yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. All right.
5 hours, everything will arrange or organize.
Yeah, good,
Perfect.
good. Anyone else who'd like to comment on how this went and what you'd like to see improved, or any feedback that you have for Microsoft related to this specific type of lesson? Paramjit, your microphone is muted.
It is. So she had gone to the school normally, sometimes at home, but she wanted all her paintings with her, and she wanted especially that backdrop.
Yeah.
My art room, she was very possessive. I said, okay, if you want, normally we are at our homes. Japanjot is sitting in her house, in her room. But Navneet wanted to go there, and this is a big room, and there are 4, 5 tables, and we don't have very heavy curtains, and it is all stone walls. It is reverberation. Being a person of physics, I know it was multiple reflection of sound. And I was concerned, and I was telling her, open the door. You've got 2 big windows. Open those big windows. And open the door. So
Yeah.
we did notice, and I'm sure either that soundproof system type of work we have to go for in case she still feels that she's good when she's there in her room in the
Yeah.
school, then maybe we'll have to think something of that particular type.
Yeah.
Otherwise, at times she's at her home also. So they do a collaborative lesson, co-teaching when they are at their own residence also. Both ways they do it.
And once you're in that space and once the lesson has started, there's no way you can go back and fix your surroundings, right? You'll just have to make the most of it. And we totally sympathize with that because we run into these issues ourselves also. And we make elaborate notes and then give each other feedback. Hey, you did great, but next time, remove your dog from the scene, or I don't know, comb your hair. I just showered before I entered this. Comb your hair, or do this, or do that. So we know exactly what that feels like when you make a decision, you make a choice about something, and then you'll need to go through that process right there and then. So that's totally understandable. And yeah, what else can I say? So how did you feel? So let me tell you what I did. So when we noticed that I think Japanjot had spotlighted her video, we wanted to experiment with pinning people's videos so that we could see if that was working already or not. We as Microsoft may have access to versions of Microsoft Teams that are a little bit ahead of what other people have. So I'm not entirely sure if what I'm telling you now is already rolled out to other parts of the world. But basically, I was able to show the spotlight video from one teacher and then pin the other teacher's video right next to it. And that was such a lovely sight, because then one teacher was explaining things and the other teacher was drawing, and we could attend a live lesson in such a beautiful way. So thank you for making that possible. Yeah.
Marjolaine, our children know to do the pinning. We have taught them.
Good, good. So,
They do this pinning.
but they are using mobile devices, right? So they need to figure out how to best hold their device to show as much as possible, or how does that work for them?
Charu, take over now, please. You haven't spoken anything. And then Japanjot, even you have not spoken. You need to speak also, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Agree.
Go ahead, Japan ma'am. It's
Okay.
your day.
Okay, ma'am. So the experience with the Microsoft tools are so good, too good, because in this pandemic time, it's very difficult to interact with the students, especially.
Yeah.
So it gives the so many different kind of tools with which we can interact with the student. And the best thing is, when you are in the video calling with someone, it creates the friendly environment. So that was also best thing. And one thing we both want from you is the gallery app, virtual art gallery app.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
are
ma'am.
you saying? So are you saying that you sometimes want to display students in a gallery and you're not able to yet? Yeah, yeah.
Because now we are using third party app. So
Why can't you show it? Can you show the virtual art gallery right away, please? One of you do it.
Yes.
We have done it, but we use another app. The virtual art gallery where you have put all the Madhubal paint.
using third party app. So we want to add this one app in our Microsoft family.
Oh,
Ma'am, may I
so
Please.
so
going
I'm now understanding what you want. You have do you use some kind of gallery software for
yes.
this?
some third
Can you send us those details so that we understand this better?
Why can't why we'll show it right away, Marjolaine. We'll show a little bit. It's hardly a few minutes. Charu, are you doing it?
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am.
Navneet ma'am.
May I think?
Yeah, please go ahead. Thank you, Navneet.
So now usually we use this app for our galleries. We have created so many.
Mm-hmm.
So the first one is, I'm gonna show you just for a second. So in our session time, there are very less minutes, only 30-minute session. So that's why.
That is so nice. So I am seeing this now because you are probably sharing your screen while you are showing this in a web browser. Am I correct? Or is this an app that you install on your computer?
It's an app named as Art Steps.
Art Steps app.
Yeah.
App downloaded in the mobile, and she's not using the web browser, I think. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
She's not using web
For creating the theme or for creating the this gallery, so I use web browser. But for show, I just use phone.
So what I'd like to know is what type of improvement or what type of integration are you looking for to make this better? So you said Microsoft help us have a smoother experience with this, and how should Microsoft do that if it were up to you?
I think they want a similar type or maybe a better app for the from the Microsoft end for the art gallery depiction, because this app Art Steps, which we are normally using it for various art depictions, it has certain limitations as well, because we have been using, I think, since 8 9 months, so many art galleries have been created by the art department. So at certain times we feel the server is down, and then it takes certain limitations. It has certain limitations of the size, and the video feature is the size of the video feature is very limited, though it has the capability of having the video as well, but the certain limitations are also there. But if we have similar or maybe a better product from the Microsoft end, that is, I think they wanted to say.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah,
Yes.
that
Interesting.
is
Interesting. Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you
So why we
for
go for the
explaining.
different experiments if we have something in Office 365 package only? So that is
Yeah.
The third
Yeah.
part.
Yeah. I understand. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for explaining. Any other comments? No? Okay. That's totally fine. That's totally fine. So then I think we can close this debriefing session. And of course, we will wrap this up together with Paramjit to summarize the actions that you'd like us to take following up. And thank you all so much for having us today, and also to your students for allowing us to watch them and be part of this classroom.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You have a great
Thank
one.
you.
so much.
Thank you so much.
Honored to have you.
Goodbye.
So
Bye.
much. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye. Take care.